Hello and welcome. We have with us Ms. Carolina Quintana, Economic Affairs Officer of the Creative Industries Program, UNCTAD. Thank you so much for joining us. To begin with, what do you think of the initiative which has been undertaken by World Trade Center and AIAI to create a global economic summit and the theme Asia, which is powering global markets?
Thank you very much for having us share our views, especially from the perspective of the Creative Economy Program. This is the first time that we are participating, but we think that the Global Economic Forum is a very practical and important initiative because it allows policymakers, it allows a business community and practitioners to learn about the state of affairs at the policy frameworks, which is very important to know what is the environment for doing business in Asia. And also it's a platform to share knowledge across countries within the region. So from that point of view, I think it's an initiative that should be continued, and we as UNCTAD hope to be able to join the future editions.
What investment opportunities and futures do you see in the Asian markets?
Yes, actually what we consider is that the creative economy, it's an area where Asian countries could find new growth opportunities, and also it presents some competitive advantages, let's put it this way, with respect to other economies. The first one is in terms of the level of interconnectivity that you find in Asian countries. So, of course, and in the particular case of India, we have seen that it's a very savvy for technology use. The second aspect that is very interesting for us, of course, is the fact that this part of the world is one of the most dynamic parts in terms of trade and also in investment. We heard in the forum this morning. And thirdly, with regard to India, what we know is that, and we heard also, is that 50% of the population is under the age of 25. And as we know, the youth are very much connected with technology, which is, technology is one of the key drivers of the creative economy and the creative industries. What we mean by that is really to work with activities that could range from arts to crafts, to cinema, to music, to even to more highly influenced sectors, like, for example, digitized content and anything related to audiovisuals. So we think that there it's an opportunity that can be developed and can make a difference in terms of integrating the youth into the future jobs that are required for growth.
Do you think, like you mentioned, technology, infrastructure, innovation in trade play an important role in developing the economies?
Yes, I think, as I just said, I think that the future jobs will be dependent on, or much of it, will depend in the creation of new goods and services, taking advantage of the digital economy. And so we need to consider that these goods and services, if possible, can be distributed through these digital artifacts or platforms. So I think there is a niche. We think that in Asia you have a tremendous cultural heritage and high levels of creativity and talent, and these combined with technology can be a very strong force for future economic development poles, yes.
What are some of the changes you would want to bring about under your program in the Asian region?
Well, actually, we are not at the moment working specifically with Asia, but we are, of course, looking at the Asian experience, because we have seen that, for example, in the cases of China, we have been working a lot with China. We have seen the evolution of the film industry, for example, which is showing good results. It's a growing industry. It's a pole industry, like it is the film industry also here in India, particularly in Mumbai. And so we are seeing that we would like actually to be able to work more in sharing these experiences with other countries in Asia that have less access to this information. So for us is to act as a catalyst to be able to facilitate this kind of information in terms of enabling environments that have allowed the development of these industries and the impacts that they have had. Now we think that for development is very important. We think that there is a common factor not only in Asia but in many developing countries. We have a sector that it's poor, and which is a large segment also of the society, and that need to be integrated. So we think that culture and creative industries can help in the integration of this youth into being able to channel their creativity if they are supported. So we also see this development as bringing this sense of cultural pride and using this culture for the development of either activities or products and services that are unique to your culture, to your country. And these, I think, are the types of products and services that will have a differentiator that will help calling, let's say, the attention of comparing, differentiating with other products. Yes.
And how have technology, innovation and knowledge-based industry impacted the Asian countries?
The Asian countries. Well, I think that first of all, the access of technology has enabled access to information. This is the first point. Information that was not accessible before, so people are more knowledgeable, people are more, they understand better other cultures. That has also helped to interconnect individuals across other Asians, which enable collaboration, and we think collaboration is a key point to bring innovation, to bring different perspectives and different products, and this collaboration is what can actually drive innovation. Of course, you also need enabling, policies or facilities. So if people are able to have a broadband connection, because now a lot is happening with the mobile, this is what is really growing. So I think that in sum, I would say that the combination of these three forces is really pushing for more innovative collaborations and transforming these creative ideas into hopefully creative businesses for the future. Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for inviting us.